Buenos dias. And yes, I feel very bullish. I feel very excited and feel that an alt season is imminent, which is contrary to what the majority on crypto Twitter, the majority of the influencers, of the content creators are saying. But it's just my feeling. And there's actually a lot of indicators, a lot of things, not only the Ethereum spot ETF that is going to start trading as early as next week, but we also now have another brand new altcoin ETF application that just came in. Plus, also, we have a very, very time-sensitive airdrop that you have to claim right now. So watch the video in full length, like you always do, because you're curious, you want to learn about this stuff. And also be prepared to act fast, because this airdrop actually expires in a few hours, maybe even minutes, as you're watching this video right now. But let's do this one by one and start with the current prices, price updates. We see nothing much is going on here today. We see slight recoveries across the board. Akash AKT back in the top 100 at $3.35, up 13% today. And then also we see Solana ecosystem coins are pumping. Solana itself is pumping up 8% today, which is mostly because of some breaking news that actually just came in, which is about an ETF, a Solana ETF that was just applied for, but we're going to get to that later. On the other hand, if we look at some of the biggest losers today, we see FetchAI down 12%, also dYdX, Singularity Net, both of which have pumped though the day before in anticipation of the upcoming ASI, Artificial Superintelligence merge, that is going to happen very, very soon. We also have some news about that. And this is going to migrate onto the Fetch chain, which is then going to be rebranded into ASI, which is then going to make this the most innovative and largest artificial intelligence project in crypto, which is native to the Cosmos ecosystem. Speaking of the Cosmos ecosystem, if you want to meet your favorite cosmonauts and your Cosmos heroes, then you have to go to Nebular Summit, which is going to be an event around ECC week, which is happening this year in Brussels in Belgium. So if you're making your way out there, then you should definitely mark this on your calendars, go swing by, meet some of the people there, some of the founders. My call to action is number one, go on Twitter, follow them here. And number two, if you want to have a free ticket, then comment under this video why you would want a free ticket, if you're planning on going, if you're planning to go for both events, who you want to meet, because I'm on very good terms with Seb and the organizing team at Nebular, and they have also offered to give free tickets to the Z2 community to those of you that really want to go to this event. You can find also more information here on their Luma link, and yeah, sign up here, also apply for a volunteer pass, which is free if you also want to support them on the event itself, which is always much appreciated. Being an event organizer myself, I can understand the stress that they're having right now with the upcoming events, so they always definitely need, helping hands on ground. Anyways, looking at the ETF flows today, we see $21.5 million in inflows. The negative trend has come to an end. The second consecutive day now of inflows again, green numbers, 31 the day before, 21 yesterday, after 9 figures of outflows on a daily basis for the past week. So this is good to see. But also it's nothing groundbreaking, and we're still waiting for the ETH ETF to start trading, which can happen, as I said, as early as next week. And this is going to open the liquidity gates for altcoins and also drives more credibility, education, especially for the whale money, for the big money that are now also forced basically to do their homework, because now BlackRock is offering Ethereum to their customers. If we look specifically into the Cosmos ecosystem, like I said, we already saw Akash pumping today, is also alongside Stride the biggest gainer, but yeah, they've been trading much higher, right? Stride was above $7 a couple months ago. Akash was above $5 a couple of weeks ago. So still some ground to make up. And I think the real party, the real fun only begins once these coins, especially the 2020 coins, 2021, when they start re-entering price discovery, right? Even the osmosis coins out there, the axelars as well, right? Osmo at 54 cents is a absolute no-brainer in my view, because this was at $12 at the peak, right? So I think huge upside for some of these coins. And like I said, the fun only begins once we enter price discovery. We haven't seen anything yet. We haven't really seen a true alt season yet, which is why I think this is imminent. And altcoins have to catch up and make up a lot of ground to Bitcoin, because so far only Bitcoin has had its run, and few selected altcoins. But I think a lot of the other ones are going to catch up very, very soon. Now, What about Cosmos, the IBC economy, the IBC ecosystem? I personally think, and that's what I've been doing over the past couple of months and years, to educate you and to really help you to stay on the ball, stay on top of the things for all things IBC. And the numbers are also expressing that the app chain thesis and IBC as an interoperability standard are actually correct. So we're seeing now on a monthly basis over 2 million active users that are transferring tokens and are using IBC. And there's a great thread here from the IBC protocol account, which, by the way, you should follow here as well. They're now getting more and more active, some of the top IBC chains, and also how IBC as an interoperability protocol itself works. And so great read here. And I think also that IBC is going to branch out more and gets implemented in other ecosystems. We saw Picasso leading the way here with Polkadot, Kusama, Solana, and Ethereum. We also see now alternative implementations from Union and from Polymer, I think. Data Chain that is also working with Toki on bringing IBC to the BNB ecosystem, and so on and so forth. So IBC is on a very, very nice trajectory, and I think IBC is going to win and be the dominant interoperability layer of Web3. Now, we have some big news from some of the most OG Cosmos projects, including Stargaze. Stargaze not only has a new record for their Celestine sloth. We talked about it recently. Now they are at 410,000 stars per sloth, which is nuts. I still did not get to buy a single sloth. So if you minted one and you still hold one, congratulations. You're sitting on mad profits here, hundreds of X's in profits. Yeah, I unfortunately missed out on that. I was deep asleep when the mint happened and just didn't get to buy one. But yeah, there's a lot of nice sloth, and eventually I will get myself one. But yeah, congratulations on that. And this is now the most valuable and most expensive NFT collection on Stargaze. On the other hand, we also have Bad Kids, which is the flagship and OG collection of the Interchain and IBC that also onboarded a lot of people into Cosmos from other ecosystems. And we also have now Adi Just, who is also an OG crypto punk that is now yeah, also on the Bad Kids train. So that's good to see. Then we have Sunrise Layer that also says they're feeling super lazy today. And Sunrise is a brand new modular project that was actually formerly known as Ununify and was going to launch their own L1, but now they are migrating and became Sunrise. And honestly, I don't really know much about this. I think this could be something similar to Forma Chain, which is also a rollup basically deployed on Celestia. But I don't know if lazy is going to be something specific for the Celestine Sloth community. So I have really no information there, but we'll wait and see what this is all about. And then, of course, the big news that just dropped by Stargaze, the introduction of Astra. And Astra is going to be a high throughput Stargaze L2 that is built on Rollkit with Celestia underneath. So Stargaze is also now aligning more with the modular ecosystem, and they're saying that this offloads the CosmWasm execution layer onto this new fast execution environment L2, which is specifically designed to offer the highest possible performance for CosmWasm applications. So I'm not sure if this is still only kind of tailored for NFTs or if this is also kind of for general CosmWasm applications and they want to build more stuff around it. And in partnership with Stride and Noble, they have also built an automatic yield farm, basically native yield farm, where you can just hold assets like Atom and Stars and you'll start earning yield in your wallet automatically, including BTC yield, which is something that will come, I guess, in partnership and integration with Babylon Chain and also ordinal trading fees. So very interesting here what they're building. And I personally don't really know a lot more about Astra, but yeah, I think this is an interesting direction, also considering that we are in this pre-bull run year, that there's a lot new narratives, there's a lot new fresh wind, fresh capital. And it's also true that a lot of investors, a lot of the also retail community and people are always looking for new shiny things, right? And I think aligning themselves with Celestia and DA and also kind of the modular ecosystem makes a lot of sense just from that positioning and brand perspective alone. Then there's also an interesting fact about Injective and the INJ token, which is the fact that since their TGE, which occurred on October 21, 2020, which was long before IBC even went live, And Injective has also been one of the first ones to entirely migrate and also adopt IBC technology in the first place. But that's not the point. The point is that ING is now 100% unlocked and circulating since January 2024. So this is already 6 months ago. And yeah, this is the full unlock schedule. So I think, especially in light of the discussions around low float and high FTV, where a lot of people are complaining about, right? Which Injective in the beginning has also been, such as every other coin out there, right? Including Solana, has also been a very low float, high FTV token. But now this is fully unlocked. There's massive demand for the INJ token, which is why it is pumping, which is why it also recently made new all-time highs above $50 and is now hovering around $23. And I think that INJ continues to be one of the top performers for this cycle. Then we also have dYdX, that is also one of the flagship Cosmos chains out there, that also now deployed a new upgrade, a new feature that allows basically for the creation of pools and assets to be listed to trade on dYdX. And a bunch of meme coins have been listed there, including Mother from Iggy Azalea. I think also Andrew Tate's coin and Trump coin and Bowden and all these Solana meme coins that are all trading here now on dYdX. And Iggy also commented here. You can think of meme coins whatever you want, but there is demand for it. There's massive trading volumes. People are trading these tokens, and this eventually also creates a positive flywheel and value accrual for the dYdX chain, dYdX validators, dYdX stakers. Remember that if you are staking your dYdX tokens, you're actually denominating your yield, which is in the double digits, in USDC, in native USDC, which is massive in my view and unheard of, right? Usually you get your staking APR in the same volatile token that you're locking up for staking, but here you're getting revenue share in USDC. Then we have some news from Saga. The second vault airdrop saw massive participation of 81%, and the distribution is going to occur tomorrow on Friday. So if you claimed the airdrop, like I walked you through on a recent video, then you should be excited to receive more Saga tokens. And this, in fact, is already the third Saga airdrop that we're getting, right? And yeah, considering that Saga rewards loyalty, rewards people that are staking their airdrop and are really building and breeding this culture for people to remain loyal, to not dump, and keep rewarding them with recycling the unclaimed airdrop amount and give that to those that not just claimed, but also staked the majority of their airdrop. I think it makes sense to also stake that, right? This is what I have done with the past 2 airdrops, and this is what I'm also going to be doing with this airdrop. Also bookmark this site, claim.airdrop.saga.xyz, because there's always going to be more and more airdrops. And yeah, I guess Vault 3 is coming up very soon as well. In Vault 2, we also saw for the first time Saga chainlets, basically gaming projects in the Saga ecosystem that are giving out NFTs or their native tokens to Saga stakers. So you should probably also be eligible for that. And you will probably be eligible in future rounds as well. Then we also have some news from Drop.money. Drop is a liquid staking protocol deployed on Neutron that is basically built by the Lido team, arguably one of the most successful application builders in all of crypto, with 10 billion plus in TVL on their Ethereum liquid staking solution that they've built. And now they're entering the interchain, and they're also going to enable LSTs for TIA called dTIA. So we now have a new contender in the liquid staking field with dTIA, Drop TIA, that is entering the arena. Then we also have some updates about Union and also 2 more testnets that are probably going to have a big impact once they launch mainnet, as I talked to you in the intro. One of them is Union, the ZK interoperability layer that is now in their public testnet. You can play around with that right here. Then we also have Initia that is currently in week 6 of 8 weeks in their testnet program. And I think they're also very close to launching mainnet. And then we also have Movement Labs, which is the Move VM deployed using also Celestia for data availability, the Avalanche Consensus Snowman, and also is fully IBC compatible. So those 3 alone, I think, are going to have a big impact. And then we haven't even talked about Babylon and Berachain, because I think those are going to be the biggest in terms of market cap once they are launching. And then, like I said also earlier, news from Fetch, the new date for the token merger is July 1st. So this got postponed, I think, 2 times, but now they are seemingly committed to July 1st, and this is going to be a phased rollout, a phased merge. So if you're holding either FET or AGIX or Ocean, then you need to be prepared and you need to be aware of what's going on here. And one major news before I get to the very time-sensitive airdrop that you have to claim right now in the Cosmos ecosystem, and that is the Evmos breaking news, big news. Evmos is now proposing to use interchain security from the Cosmos Hub to secure Evmos, basically allowing Atom validators to also secure the Evmos chain. The Evmos chain itself would then basically shut down their validator ecosystem. Validators turn into governors, similar to how it works on Stride. So they would still govern the network, and the Evmos token would also then still be used mainly for governance, but not anymore for staking. But also, and that's also very interesting, the Evmos token would then be replaced by Atom as native gas on the Evmos chain and all the Evmos applications. So you can read a lot more here. I made a quick summary. My initial reaction here also on my Twitter. I also said basically how ICS V2 works, which is a brand new feature that just went live literally 2 weeks ago, which allows a subset of all 175 Atom validators, and in the future potentially also inactive validators, which would mean technically a lot more that could secure ICS V2 chains. In a context, they also announced the implementation of an Evmos burn auction. So all the fees that are accrued from Atom would then be swapped back to Evmos and burned, similar to how it works on Injective. I think this has also been a big driver for the Injective kind of, hype and value accrual. So this is great to see. And yeah, there's a lot more. Now, the next steps are going to be 2 on-chain proposals, one on the Evmos chain. If that passes, then they will actually build the code and test the code for the migration. Then they will go to the Cosmos Hub community, ask them, and if that goes through, then they will have the migration actually occurring. So this is still going to take a couple of weeks, but this is good to see. And in that context, I also saw breaking news from the Evmos account. They're really going hard on the BD side of things. Now that also Evmos is licensed, means no one can copy it, right? We had Kava, we had also Ether that is using an old version of Ethermint, and some others, right? Kanto also back in the day, remember that was also big drama. But yeah, Evmos is licensed now, so this code base can't be implemented elsewhere, which allows Evmos team to go hard on BD, and they have landed substantial partnerships and integrations, one of them with Ripple and the XRP ledger, that they're going to deploy a sidechain. And then also this one, which I think is probably even bigger, right? And this is actually Settlers. Settlers is the chain deployed by Krafton. So the company behind Settlers is Krafton, and Krafton is a huge gaming player that has built PUBG, which is one of the most successful games. I'm not a gamer, but I did some research there a couple of months ago, and they are very big, based out of South Korea. So this is also a big integration that they have landed here. And I'll also leave the link to this full proposal here on Commonwealth, which was written by Jacques, who is the Evmos ecosystem lead, under this video, so you can also check that out and also comment if that's what you want. And lastly, very time sensitive, go and claim your Penumbra airdrop, because this is expiring in a couple of hours or even minutes as you're watching this video. And the way you do that is you go on penumbra.claims. I'm going to leave a link below this video. You scroll through here, then you have to click on Penumbra here, 1, 2, and 3 times. And then you connect your Kepler or Leap. If you're a builder, you can also connect your GitHub, and then you'll see if you're eligible. And in order to claim, you also have to create a Prax wallet, which I think if you have always pushed that over the past couple of days because you were too lazy to do it right now. Write down your seed phrase on a physical piece of paper, store it where only you know where you keep it, and then go claim that airdrop, because this is expiring imminently, and the mainnet is also launching very soon. And I'm also going to leave a link below where you would automatically stake with Stakecito. We're also one of the validators there. And I think the set is going to be very, very competitive. So we really appreciate if you delegate to us right away, because that would help us to get into the active set once the Penumbra mainnet is going live. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, you learned something. And if you like this content, share it, like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys very soon. Until then, stay safe and be good.